This is my documentary screencast on the Interrupters. My thesis statement is, the documentary The Interrupters was effective in its coverage of Chicago's violence because they did the best they can to be there when they needed to be there. The main purposes of this film was to stop violence in Chicago, keep people from shooting each other, turn people's lives around, and comfort those who have lost someone in a fatal shooting. I think that the purpose was achieved because they said the rate of violence went down almost 50%, and there were less retaliations and shootings wherever the interrupters were placed at around the city. They helped ex-convicts find jobs like Flamo, and many families were attended to after they lost someone to a shooting. The documentary was very biased on making sure that nobody retaliated any violence, especially when Capricia was told not to retaliate after she spit in that guy's face, and he wanted to fight her, and she wanted to fight back, but she was told not to. And they were always told that walking away from the fight was better, it'd make you the bigger person and cause less problems. They also wanted to turn people's lives around. They helped doing that by giving Flamo a job at a security booth. My conclusion is, the documentary The Interrupters was effective in its coverage of Chicago's violence because they did the best they can to be there when they needed to be there. I think the group was a good idea and that it should still be funded by the state. Wherever the interrupters were, there was less violence and retaliations of any other violence. They tried to spread that retaliation was unnecessary, but it didn't change my belief because I've always believed that retaliation was unnecessary, but this made it stronger. And I always believed in not retaliating because I had my phone stolen one year, and I found out who it was, and instead of doing anything to him, I just told him to tell me it was him, and everything was alright from there. There was no problems. I think the ceasefire program should be spread all around along with the interrupters because there would be less retaliations on more violence, and they would probably even decrease the violence because in the documentary they would go find anything that was going on and they would just try to break it up and make the best out of the situation.